Good afternoon, everyone. Well, it's about 2 hours after I last spoke to you, and we finished up the driveway, we finished up the sidewalks, the walkway, and some curbing, and a little slab, a little concrete slab. We did some siding, a little stone wall, a little flashing, some soffits. But what I want to show you is the previous video that you may have seen already had a particular product that I use. It's made by Goof Off. It's a graffiti removal. And I want to show you what the results are. So if you refer back to that video, you can see all the paint that was on the driveway left behind by the children playing. This was an oil-based paint. I believe it may have even been an acrylic. There's really no way to tell unless I was told what was used, but it certainly wasn't water-based. And it didn't require any scrubbing. I applied the Goof Off, which is a graffiti removal. Now, I normally use Front 9 Restoration. I have a lot of paint removal products that I use. Acetone is one, xylene is another. It really depends on what type of paint that I'm trying to remove. But I also use some solutions that are we purchase in the industry. They're very expensive, but they're incredibly effective. And we generally use those on commercial jobs. Residential jobs, I try to stay inexpensive so that I can save the homeowner a little bit of money. But I want to show you guys what this paver driveway looks like. Now, if you'll remember, I'm going to shoot right down here. There was paint all over here. I mean all over. There was reds, there was blues, there was greens, you name it, there was paint. So now you don't see one speck of paint in that driveway whatsoever. Now, if you guys look down, what I want to show you is what these joints look like. So you can really see how they're cleaned out. So we'll just kind of drive along here like this. And you guys are going to kind of see how there's just there's no mold, there's no mildew, there's no algae, there's no bacteria, dirt, grime, weeds. There's just absolutely nothing. They've all been resanded. Now, guys, if you're out there sanding, do yourself a favor. Get the right sand and make sure you're not over sanding these joints, because you're just going to make a mess and you're going to actually cause more. You're going to inhibit mold and mildew growth. Make sure you guys know what you're doing when you're out here doing this. So take a look at that sidewalk, guys. I mean, is that a new slab of concrete compared to what it was before? I mean, just look at that. They are going to be so pleased pulling into their driveway. We have a little puddle up spot here. We haven't completely finished everything. You guys can see my line that I drew right off here. I make sure to keep nice and straight lines, guys. We weren't supposed to do any sidewalk today. We were just supposed to do the driveway, but I like to get a little bit of a fresh start, go to at least the seam. So we took care of the curbing in the front here as well. Obviously stopped right at the trailer, but look at that sidewalk, guys. Is that nice or what? I mean, they are going to be so pleased pulling into their I certainly would anyway. So if we take a look at the driveway, guys, you don't see any paint on this driveway. All your joints are clean. Anything that you see that's shadowing, that's not oil. That's just basically either discoloration of the brick itself, or it hasn't completely dried. For instance, if you see this has been completely dried, right? It's all dry. And then, of course, over here, you see the difference between what, it's trying to dry. The sun just basically came out, but you can see how we do our edge work. We keep our edges nice and clean. This is what that patio, the little small walkway to the front door looks like. What I did, guys, I came in with a blower. I made sure to knock all that mulch back on every side, really get it under there, because it's going to get inside the machine. It's going to start spitting everywhere. And then when you go to rinse off, you're just going to have stuff everywhere. So there's a real process to do this. There's a real artwork and technique. Otherwise, you're just going to make a huge mess. Now, the homeowner asked that the siding on this house, apparently this is getting enough sunshine. So he was concerned that there was some mold growth through here. All I saw really was some dirt and some grime. There was no mold growth. This here is oxidation that has occurred on that piece there. There's nothing you can do to remove that. We did a little stone wall work, made that stone wall nice and pretty. We did the garage door. We did the fascia. The flashing is black, but we still took care of it. And then we did all the soffits in through here. And of course, all the ledges on the garage door, and then just kind of made that nice and pretty for them. We also did this little piece up here That way it just kind of looks uniform and nice. We did not do a house wash, but we just did the driveway. And you know, when I run my surface cleaner through here, guys, I tilt on an angle. So here's my surface cleaner, nice flat hand. When I get up to the edge, I'm gonna lift up on the surface cleaner, spraying that black line that I leave. Because if you run your surface cleaner straight in here, you're gonna leave a half moon right there. So make sure to lift your surface cleaner up. If that doesn't do the trick, detach your high pressure ball valve from your surface cleaner, come in here and blast that black out so you don't leave any half moons in there. And then run a nice clean line all the way across there, so when they open their garage door, they're not gonna see a dramatic difference, all right? So we're gonna go ahead and walk you now down the front area of the house. There's the machine, all my equipment's put away. I'm ready to go have some lunch. And I'm gonna show you sort of where we stopped, which is right up here. I mean, just look how beautiful that is, guys. Is that gorgeous or what? I mean, look at that, huh? It's like new concrete, right? All right, so I'm gonna take you over here. Remember, guys, that's the number to call, 386-453-4213. Dynamite service with explosive results, TNT pressure cleaning. Okay, so if you look over here, nice and beautiful. This is a puddle spot. So we're gonna rinse that down before we leave or sweep it. That way it looks nice and pretty. And you can see how we did all the way through here, up to the front steps, under each ledge of the front step, the tops of the stairs. And that way there's no mold or mildew right there. It looks absolutely spectacular. All right, you gotta be really careful because you're gonna blow a lot of mulch around over here. So you really have to know what you're doing or you're gonna make more of a mess, which is no fun. And that's, you know, I gotta be really honest with you. That's where your experience and your knowledge come in. Because, you know, when you first start doing this, you know, you can just make such a mess. So you really have to know how to apply the pressure as well. And it's rough because if you don't keep your hand on that trigger, you're gonna end up burning up your pumps. And your pumps are not, they're not inexpensive. Pumps are very expensive on machines. And they have ceramic parts in there that will burn up if you're not getting water to that pump. So it's imperative to keep your hand on the trigger. Well, that's not so easy, is it? When you got a bunch of mulch that's blowing everywhere and you're knocking things all over the side of the house, so on and so forth. But anyway, guys, there's my work. There you see it, all done, going home for the day. Thank you so much. Once again, Trevor Thompson, TNT Pressure Cleaning, dynamite service with explosive results. I'm gonna go sweep off that little small pile there. And, but I did want you guys to see, remember the blue paint? The blue paint that we had in here? Those little blue spots, the red spots, the turquoise spots, all the different paint that we had. Guys, that's gone. If you have any questions or you want to know anything, I have a network of business professionals who know all the tricks of the trade. In addition, I have over 25 years of experience and knowledge, and I'll be more than happy to help and to guide or to mentor in any positive direction. I actually have a friend of mine who just graduated, he just retired from the police force. He's very young, he's probably 10 years younger than me, and he's going into the power washing industry full time. And I wish him the best. There's a huge learning curve, and that's the difficult thing about this thing. Just classroom settings are fantastic. Education is a primary, it's really necessary, but hands-on experience is what you want to hire. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Trevor Thompson, TNT Pressure Cleaning, Volusia County, Ormond by the Sea, Florida, 386-453-4213. Have a great day, everyone. Keep cleaning.